What's up, party people? It's Keys Dan with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live in a living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous. It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do I always send you? DJLittleRock.com. One more time, DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote. And maybe you can have me at your next event. Man, I've been doing a lot of weddings. Oh, but I did do a birthday party, a 30-year-old's birthday party last weekend, way up in Denard, Arkansas. Oh my goodness, such a fun time! And they have like a little, event center that they've built on their farm. Harbor House. Oh my goodness, I'll have to get that to you later. But it's the Walker Farms. It's the house on the Walker Farms. Really nice little event place. They say they've had weddings there and birthday parties and such. It's the first time I've been there, and I really do appreciate when people take the time to make these little barns and little event centers. I appreciate that so much. Speaking of events, the event today on the program, I have Jessica Guran of Jessica G Promotions. What do you mean? You don't know a lot about Jessica G? Well, you're going to find out more about her in the next few minutes, so stick around. Now, this week's shows, I will be at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas, my usual Friday night gig from 8 p.m. until 12:30 in the a.m. It's a video dance party, karaoke jam. Yeah, I said karaoke. You're the stars of the show every Friday night at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. Full bar, kitchens open, pool tables. They got a pool tournament on Friday nights. So if you want to try to make some money playing pool, I encourage you to check out the Rab Friday night with yours truly, Keys Dan, 8 p.m. till 12:30 in the a.m. Video dance party, karaoke jam. And then Saturday, I think I might be off Saturday. Ooh, I'm going to have to go check out a live show if I could find one. I'm sure I could find one here in the Conway, Arkansas area. There's going to be a local band playing somewhere. And then Sunday, I'm DJing at a marathon. Huh, what's up with that? That's pretty cool. All right, party people. Hey, let's get into it with Jessica Guran, Jessica G Promotions. Let's do it. Now, if you're listening to the audio version, I encourage you to check out the video version on my YouTube page. Check it out, Keys Dan, and there'll be a Radio What logo there on the YouTube. All right, I got her on Skype. Let's Skype Jessica G now. Well, all right, Jessica Guran, you're in the house. Welcome to the What Makes You Famous podcast. Finally, after all these months and months and months of my anticipation, I've been waiting. I've been longing to hear from you, to see that smiling face sitting next to me on the screen. And now I have it. Tell the people, who is a Jessica Guran?
Oh, I'm Jessica G Promotions. I promote country music, and that's who I am.
That is who you are, because I look at your page, I look at your promotions page, and it's nonstop promoting other people. Do you ever take some time to promote yourself? Come on, Jessica G. People need to know who you are.
A lot of people said that. I like country music and I like what I do, so I try to help everybody out. So,
all right. Well, give me the beginnings of Jessica G. Who got you into that country music, and what country were we talking about? Brazil, Ireland? What country?
I live in the U.S., but ever since I was a kid, my grandparents listened to country music, so I was born and raised around country music. So, funny story though, how Jessica G started was, I have a good friend named Matt Ferris. He's a country singer. And, I was going through his page one day and he had a contest going on for a CD and a cowboy hat. So I put in for the contest and I won, and he came and delivered that at my house.
What?
So we became really, yeah. we became really good friends, and ever since then, I started promoting him and his music, and just over the years, I found, more bands and solo acts, and that's what happened. So,
Well, I want to find out about this meeting between you and Matt Ferris, because Matt Ferris, pretty good country singer. I listened to a few of his things as well. But how far away from you did Matt Ferris live? Where are you living?
I live in Phoenix, and right now he lives in Mesa, so we're probably about 45 minutes away from each other right now.
Okay, not that much of a hardship. If he was going cross country to hand you in person this cowboy hat, which is great anyway, this is fantastic. And if you're listening to the audio version of this, I encourage you to check out the video version. If you look at her backdrop, she's got all kinds of country stuff going on. Is that a country koozie from a radio station? I'm wearing a radio shirt from a station here in Arkansas that's not even here anymore. I have an abundance of radio shirts for over the years. Since '86, I've been on the radio. And do you collect a lot of swag from the places you go, from the concerts that you attend? How long has that been?
Oh yeah, I got tons of stuff. Behind me, I got lots of koozies, and I got T-shirts, hats. Yeah, I'm in my office right now, and it's all over the wall. So I got drumsticks, guitar picks. I got everything.
Well, that's one way you support the artist, not only buying their music, but also buying their merchandise. When you're going to see a local artist, a local show, visit with them at their table. If they got a merch table sitting there, I encourage you, the listener, to visit with them. And I mean, what do you think when they set up this merch table? What is it they're expecting to get out of that?
They want to sell some merch, of course, but really they want to meet their fans. They want to meet with you. They want to talk to you. They want to know what you think of them, and they just want to get to know you and maybe sign some autographs. I've signed I've signed a couple autographs, and it's a good feeling. So I think the artist, as long as you put the time and effort in, they're going to do the best that they can do on stage for you. That's what I believe. So
Jessica G, in promoting other people, you've gained some kind of fame, some kind of motive. You're famous in a small town, or you might be internationally famous. Give me the deets. What circumstance was it that somebody came up to you and said, I need to get your signature right here on this check, for $100 because I need $100. No,
yeah, that'd be nice.
What was the signature?
No, it was at a Matt Ferris show, and they're like, since you know him, I need your autograph too. So it was kind of cool. There's been, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 people to do that, and it's a good feeling, or they come up and ask you, hey, can I take a picture with you? Or, so I've met a lot of cool people through that. I've met, there's a lot of crazy people out there, but it's all been good. It's all been, amazing experience.
Well, that's the root, the fan. It comes from fanatic, somebody that's fantasizes about a certain person, and they got to know you. They want to know you. You've been playing music in their ears. You've been on their television screen. You've been on their movie screen. They become fanatic. They think that you know them as well as they know you. And that's something that you've already experienced, is people ripping at your clothes, and I got to have a piece of that Jessica G. No, mostly just a signature. Hopefully just a signature.
Yeah, just an autograph or a picture, I'm good with that. So I did have a couple people ask me for my address and phone numbers and stuff. And so I'm like, yeah, no.
Well, we're going to give that out here at this podcast. Go ahead. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sure you have a PO box or some kind of an address that people can send you swag if they care to send you. Dollars. You could send dollars to Jessica G. That'd be fantastic. I'm sure she needs some rent money. That's good.
I accept all kinds. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Folding money is more preferred. No, but that's on me. That's on me. It's not a shameless plug if I do it to you. If I tell the people to go find you and give you that money. I did notice on your website you do have a link for the Venmo, but the Venmo's not working. It's the Venmo link doesn't work, but you have other social media as well. I never do any research when I'm doing these things. I just want to talk to people, and I'm talking to you, Jessica G. But you're in Arizona. Were you born and raised in Arizona?
Yes, I was. Yep.
Well, tell me about the Painted Desert and all the parts of Arizona that people need to visit.
Now, I've been here for 33 years, so we're known as the dry heat. Not so much dry, but yeah, I think today was like 92, 93 out. So
yeah, I've been to Arizona. Yeah, I've been through there on I-10, traveling through, and I stopped and I did a party. Was it in Phoenix? It was somewhere around there, but I know I was doing a singles, a tour with a singles group, and they were having me as their DJ. But I remember the dry heat, and I think famously cowboys with tuberculosis used to go to Arizona because it was a dry heat, and they would hope that it would soak up all that inflammation. Is there any truth to that?
I don't think so.
I know it made me feel good. I'm from Miami, and that's a wet heat. That's definitely a wet heat. It's hot and wet. But you definitely, you go to Arizona. I think Bakersfield, California was very similar to that, had a desert feel to it. But I do appreciate the desert. If you were giving a tour to people around your area, give the people a what makes you famous walking tour of your part of Arizona.
Oh, I don't know. People ask that question, and I come up with, it's a beautiful sunrise and sunset. So, you can go outside, especially like right now. It's like, I don't know, it's like 6 o'clock here, and it's so beautiful. So I think that would be one thing to see with the sunset. Another thing is just the open desert. You can get some good, pictures. It's great to do a country photo shoot out there. So I'm going to be doing one of those pretty soon. So.
Oh, spill the dirt. Tell me more. Is that something for you or one of your artists that is going to be doing a photo shoot out in the desert?
That's just something for me.
Wow.
Yeah, I've done a couple of them. So yeah, I've been waiting for it to kind of cool off a little bit, and I've been so busy and swamped, but hopefully in the next week or so, I'm going to be doing one of those.
So Jessica G, your grandparents, I guess, and maybe your parents got you into the country music. What were they playing for you? How did they were they just flipping on the radio, or were they actually pulling out some 45s and 8-tracks and showing you some of the good stuff? What were they playing for you?
Oh, let's see. My grandma used to play Conway Twitty. She used to play Tammy Wynette. A lot of the old ones. See, my mom would play George Strait, Garth Brooks, Reba McEntire. My whole family's country, so that's the music I was raised on. And I love country music. I think my life is country music. So.
Well, you said Conway Twitty. A lot of the people here in Conway, Arkansas, claim that his first name came from Conway, Arkansas, and Twitty was Twitty, Texas. But I do believe that it was all Conway, Texas, and Twitty, Texas. There's a city named Conway in Texas, and I fully believe that he took it there. Sorry neighbors here in Conway. But he's one of the greats, man. He's one of the legends. And you're talking about Tammy Wynette, George Jones, and George and Tammy, Kenny and Dolly, and the pairings that came out of that, and those are the classic pairings that you still listen to on the radio, and they make you feel a certain way. Country music is kind of it's the heart of America. When you're listening to country music, you want a storyteller. I think those are my favorite kinds of country music. The ones nowadays are kind of formulaic. It feels like there's a producer that's going in and saying, you got to mention a truck and a beer and a girl and a car. And, I was driving my truck and I was out in the farm and I was, make sure you mention these points. But that's not the real storytelling that used to come out of, Hank Williams and Hank Williams Jr. even. And Marty Robbins told stories, the West Texas town of El Paso, I can go on and on thinking about some of the actual country and Western songs that are really country and Western songs. Some of the new stuff, hey, I appreciate the Red Dirt. I appreciate all that, but tell me your feelings on it. What do you think about old country versus new country? And is there a place for all of it?
I do believe there's a place for all of it. You got the new, kids in town now, and they don't know about George Jones and they don't know about Tammy Wynette and stuff. So it's not what they was, raised on. So, but I think there's a place for all of it. But I do agree, there's a different sound back from, their days to now. Mm-hmm. And I can listen to both, and it's fine with me. There's some people out there just like, no, I don't like the old music or I don't like the new music. So it's like, I picked a business, I guess it's really hard to promote in because it's like, well, I like this certain type. I'm not going to give them, the other guys even 1 minute to listen to. So it is very hard to try to get music out there. It's a tough business, but
no, I get it, Jessica G. Promoting other people is what I've been doing since '86. I got into the radio business thinking, I can make a couple bucks doing this, but mostly it's promoting other people. You listen to commercials on the radio, you listen to an interview on the radio, and then now with this podcasting, I can actually dig in and talk to people and learn from folks with a real conversation. And that's what I'm doing with you, Jessica G. But hey, and then on the other side of the coin, the top selling country song of all time, Lil Nas, Old Town Road. What? Who saw this coming? Who saw that coming?
Matt Ferris sings it right now at his shows, and I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, people love it, As soon as he starts playing it, people's jumping up and down, and it's like, wow, why didn't we think of that to write it,
I play it at a party, people lose their minds. And still, and Lil Nas, he had a great idea. He recorded this song with this guy. Then he recorded with Billy Ray Cyrus. That was where it really went over the top. But he recorded that song at least 5-10 times, right? Different versions of it. But, okay, but all right, so Matt Ferris is what started it all for you. What was it about Matt Ferris? I mean, besides him coming to your house with some swag, what was it about Matt Ferris? And I know you still promote him, right?
Yes.
Yes. What is it about Matt Ferris that makes you want to be a part of his team?
He interacts with his fans and he brings his fans into his shows. I've been to probably 300 of his concerts and, every show's different. He's just energetic on stage, no matter if there's one person in the audience or 1 million people in the audience, so it's just his heart that, it's in the right place and he cares about his family and his friends and his music. And, that's who, I want to promote and get their music out there. And, I'm promoting Buddy Martell, great local singer here in Arizona. And he's, he does the same thing, he cares about his fans and he likes to have fun and bring the music and bring the party on stage. So I like that. I like to have fun and, those are the type of people that I want to share music and their talents out to everybody. So
I can tell you like talking about other people rather than talking about yourself. All I do is ask you about Matt Ferris, and you're already on Buddy, and which is
yeah.
fantastic. You have the heart of a promoter, of somebody that likes to help other people, and I believe that should reflect in everyone's life. Once you take care of yourself, and I want to talk about your journey with you taking care of yourself. Once you take care of yourself and your own personal life, then you need to help other people. Now, I've been on this journey, this weight gaining and losing journey my whole life. Now, I was a husky boy when I was little. And then I wanted to get in the fire department, so I ran 5 miles a day. Got into the fire department. But now I'm out of the fire department and I got fat again, but tell me about your journey, your physical journey, your fitness journey. Cause I see you throwing your pictures out there and I go, man, that's inspirational. That is inspirational. How did that happen? How did the fitness journey come about?
Oh man, that's a good question. About 4 years ago, my aunt passed away and I was very, very close to my aunt. She wasn't overweight. It was just kind of like a wake-up call. She was in the hospital and she was on life support. And when I walked in and I seen that picture, of her, it stuck in my head. And you're like, at that time I was over 315 pounds. So, I was 28, 29. And I'm like, if I don't start taking care of myself, that might be me laying in the bed. So I came home that night. I told my sister, I told my mom, I'm like, that's it. From here on out, I'm eating healthy, I'm exercising, and I'm putting, my health first. So I found this, program. It's called DDPY. And, it's called yoga, but it's not your typical yoga that you might think it is. You get the yoga moves in there, but it's exercise. You're going to sweat your butt off. And, like today I did an hour workout. I burnt 700 calories. So it's
with yoga
it's been
moves?
amazing.
With yoga moves,
it's
stretching and doing, downward dog and repulse the monkey. I don't even know if those two are different yoga moves, but just stretching, you're losing weight, you're losing calories.
Yeah, it's stretching, it's balance, it's there's push-ups involved, there's knee lifts, there's down dog, like you said, there's tons of it. It's more like self-resistance. You don't need weights to exercise. You don't need to go to the gym. You stay home and do it. So that's really all I've done. I've done the yoga and just clean up what I ate. So
I feel for all those gym owners out there. You don't need to go to the gym. Just listen to Jessica G. She'll take you, not only promoting you, but she'll take you on a weight loss journey and a fitness journey. I mean, it's not necessarily how much you weigh. It's that you're in a shape, in good shape. You're not hunched over. You're not limping everywhere, out of breath when you climb a flight of stairs. Oh my goodness! When you start to get that, you want to get that wind up. You want to get your air up, walk around the block. I mean, what is it that you changed with your eating habits? Were you eating a lot of fast food before and then you changed over to what?
Yeah, when you're out and you're seeing everybody on the road and you're traveling, fast food, yeah, that's what you're going to stop and eat. But no, I cut that back. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to say that I'm perfect. If there's a cookie or Dr. Pepper, hey, I'm gonna have one or two. I'm not perfect, but I start eating a lot of cooked food at home and a lot of veggies, a lot of fruit, and like what I try to do now is Monday through Saturday I try to eat very clean, very healthy, and Sunday's like a cheat day for me. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to lose, I have 28 pounds that I want to lose. And, I'm not done losing weight, but I'm not so focused on it, so.
No, it sounds like a
I've
healthy
had to,
attitude to have that Monday through Saturday thing, and then Sunday have a little ice cream if you want, a cookie or whatever. But yeah, I
yeah.
could see that, and you're giving yourself that discipline. But are you a good cook? What are you cooking at home to keep yourself healthy?
Everybody says I'm a good cook. I eat a lot of chicken, different ways, baked it, I barbecue it. I eat a lot of salads, a lot of fruit, apples, bananas, strawberries. I don't know. I make a lot of meatloaf, veggie soup. So yeah, I guess so. I guess I'm a good cook.
Yeah, definitely you're a good cook. And what's your barbecue sauce of choice, if there is any sauce on the barbecue?
I really don't use any.
Okay. Okay, but barbecue would be the seasonings, maybe just salt and pepper, and that's it.
A little bit of garlic salt, uh, salt, pepper. That's about it.
I was hooked on garlic salt and lemon pepper. I think those are my two seasonings when I was really in the weight loss kick, and I think I dropped 70 pounds in 7 months, and which is kind of a lot. People, this is back in the early, wait, was it the early 90s? And people went, you got AIDS, man? You all right? You're dropping weight kind of fast. And I was running every day because I had a goal. I wanted to be in the fire department. And your goal is to not be, God rest her soul, your aunt, I guess she passed on because she was not the healthiest person, and you got inspiration from that.
Right. She she had a stroke, so she was, I believe, in her 60s. So she wasn't overweight. She did smoke, so that probably had a lot to do with it. But I've had a lot of family members that's passed away or that's been sick, and I didn't want that for me. And I even I lost 155 pounds, and when I was at I lost 130 pounds, and I had a kidney stone, and I thought I was going to die. It hurt so bad. And the pain from that kidney stone, it made me pass out. And they thought it was my heart. So I was at the age of 30 years old. I remember laying there, and they're thinking, well, I think you need open heart surgery. So I was like, really? I did all this work. I've lost all this weight, and now I might need surgery. Well, come to find out, the medicine that I was taking for my kidney stone I was allergic to it, and it was making me pass out. So yeah, my heart's perfect. I've had so many issues with going to the hospital, and I've had an abscess tooth 3 times. I've had surgery on my mouth. I've had kidney stone surgery 4 or 5 times. It's been awful for the last 2 years of my life. I'm thinking I can't stay healthy enough to finish the last 20-something pounds that I need to finish. So it's been difficult for sure.
I found that the last few pounds, last 10, 20 pounds, especially, I was up over 300 as well, and I got down to 170 was my lightest. Too light. It's too much. The 215 I think is just about right for my size, for my frame, but do you have like a goal? You've already set goals, but tell me about and the yoga is good for the tightening part, because a lot of people don't know that if they've been thin all their whole life, if they lose a lot of weight, they're going to have this excess skin. I don't know if you saw what was it, the Austin Powers with the fat bastard guy, and when he lost all the weight, he had the skin, it's coming down, the Jared diet. I don't think I'm supposed to say Jared anymore. Not supposed to say that. Maybe I'm going to get canceled now. Okay, this might be the last podcast I ever do with Jessica G. Right here. No, but the yoga is going to help you to tighten up as well, right?
Right. Yeah. And like a lot of people ask me about the extra skin, and the yoga really helps because it's you're stretching, so you're using everything in your body for those muscles, you know. So it I can tell my legs are really good, my arms are getting that way. And my I just got to work my stomach and I'll be good to go. So
I,
I,
I was the same. Good arms, good legs, but that middle, it was like it's going from the top and bottom to the middle, and then finally I started doing a lot of sit-ups and V-ups and crunches, and yeah, I was in great shape. This is in my 20s, okay? You're still a young person. I'm in my 50s now, 52, and I need to turn this Titanic around. You're inspiring me, Jessica G. You're inspiring me, and you're promoting the other people. Now, okay, I do have to get back to your promotions and find out who else you're promoting, and what are the differences between, all right, is Matt Ferris primarily Arizona only, or does he go around the country and maybe around the world? And then you have people that are on different levels and you help them to get to that next level. Tell me about promoting different artists and what different artists you're promoting on what different levels, trying to get them to the next level or wherever they want to be. Some people don't want to go travel around the world. Tell me about that, Jessica G.
right, Matt, he played in Mexico over the weekend, so he travels everywhere. He goes to Utah, New York, everywhere. He'll play anywhere. He doesn't care as long as there's a fan there. He's gonna travel there to play. So,
Now, does he
and
travel with a full band, or does he travel on his own?
Full band. He
Wow.
just got a bus this year, so he's pretty happy about that.
It's hard to get a bunch of guys to get together with you and do that. It's difficult.
Yeah, it's hard to trust people. Are you going to be there? Are you going to do this? Or are you going to do that? But no, he has a good band, good group of guys. He plays in Nashville, so he's on. Let's see, he released his second CD about 2 years ago, so he's working on new songs now. Buddy Martell, he plays more in Arizona show. He travels Arizona and plays, but he's looking to go out and do a tour too. So, they're all at their different levels, like you said. But, to me, as long as you put on a great show and your fans are happy, that's all you can do. So
I talk to people that are on different levels, and I say levels as in one level's higher than the other. It's just different places. There's party bands that can play in their own hometown or within 15 miles of their home and make a pretty good living. And then there's bands that want to travel all over the world and be big in Japan and big in Brazil. And it sounds like, Matt Ferris might be towards that, but Buddy, hey, he wants to stay at home. He wants to be able to go home every night. That's where I'm at right now. I mean, I was that guy in Miami that was playing on South Beach and playing, big giant clubs with thousands of people. But, now I'm getting older and I still like DJing. I still like playing for the masses, and I still like playing the music that you guys send me. Matt Ferris, I think he's on rotation there at radiowhat.com, and I get to break out those new artists and promote just like you. But primarily I'm right here within 50 miles of my house. I think Saturday I went 81 miles away, and that was like, hour and a half. That was a drive. but you got to get being with a band, like you were saying, you got to have 3 or 4 or 5 other people that have to be willing to do what they do. But do you travel with the bands? Or are you primarily home base in Arizona?
I do more of the Arizona shows. I am going to go to Denver this year, or next year, sorry, when Matt plays. He plays in Denver. So I'll be going there. I've always wanted to go to Nashville, so that's on my list to do. Yeah. So hopefully this next coming year I'm going to be going. So, but no, I do most of the Arizona shows.
Yeah, but with this internet, you can promote everything, everywhere. I'll keep sharing all the stuff that you keep sharing with me, and together hopefully we get at least one or two or three or four other people to show up to the show and pay their good money to get a babysitter and go out to a Matt Ferris or a Buddy Jewell show, to try to get them heard, because that, you're not going to get rich for the most part unless you're, somebody who's amazing. Like, I guess they are amazing in their own way, but to get to that superstardom to where you don't even have to worry about money anymore. You're playing because you want to play. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. People that say they're overnight successes, it took 20 years to become an overnight success for a lot of those people. I mean, what's the experience you've had? You're starting to play music too, aren't you?
No, not really.
Oh, I see you holding a guitar.
Yeah. I'm good taking pictures with it, but nah. I tried. I couldn't get it. I'm done. There's no way. I don't have a voice, so
no, I'm
not
there.
For me.
I've had 4 guitars. They recently got stolen. But no, I had a few guitars. I could play 3 chords on them. I had a doctor that I was working with down in Miami at Baptist Hospital down there. I was a paramedic in the emergency room, and he was one of the ER doctors, and he used to play, jazz and blues. And I said, hey, Dr. Weinstein, can you teach me how to play? And he says, yeah, come on over afterwards. And he was teaching me scales and stuff and I can get enough to where I could play like a Beatles song. I could play, of course, Smoke on the Water, the first song that everybody learns how to play. But I wasn't anywhere near. I think I feel like you felt. Mostly those guitars collected a lot of dust. I'd love to play, but I don't have the discipline. All I can do is play other people's songs. And that's where you're at. You promote other people. So tell me more about the people that you're working with.
Right. Yeah. My guitars look really nice sitting on, or, they're up on my wall, and that's where they stay at, that's not good for me.
Well, noticing in the background, you got a Phoenix Sun poster up there. You watch a little basketball. I haven't been, I'm not much of a sports fan, even though I have worked on sports radio. Tell me about the sports in your life.
Basketball, number one. I was raised around basketball, so I played in let's see, from first grade all the way up to 6th grade. I played, and it's all about the Suns. So it's always my number one team. They went to the finals last season, so I watch football, I watch baseball, but basketball is my number one. It's my Steve Nash poster back there. So.
So what do you think about basketball? And they got new rules coming up. I think they're thinking about having a 4-pointer from the half. I think or there's controversy about the 3-pointer, and a lot of times these players will they'll get reprimanded for sinking threes rather than going to the net. I've seen coaches get mad at players for not taking it to the bucket. 3 is better than 2, right?
Yeah, that's my way of thinking. Yeah, to me, I'd rather do a 3-pointer. You're more or less to get hurt if you take it all the way to the basket. You can get hurt. So that's my way of thinking about it.
Oh, funny enough, I was talking to some friends this morning about flopping. When the players will just like pretend, get he hit me, and then just flop on the floor. They were talking about LeBron. Sorry, LeBron. LeBron, one of the biggest floppers, but I feel like he flops because he doesn't want to get hurt. He'll duck out of the way and just kind of fall on the floor and play dead for a second. As a watcher, as a viewer, you're kind of like, I don't know if I like that so much. Just take the hit. But then you think on their side, they don't want to take that hit. I don't want to take the hit.
Right. Yeah, they don't want to lose any teeth or get a bloody nose. I guess I can't blame them,
So do you go to a lot of games?
I used to. I haven't lately. I used to go a lot when I was a kid. We would go a lot. but no, not lately.
Yeah, I'm not much of a watcher of games, but I do like playing sports. I do like playing basketball when I get a chance. And, I think the last time I played football, I was in my 30s, and we were taking turns playing quarterback. And boy, was my arm, I felt like my arm fell out of the socket the next morning. I'm too old for this. I'm just too old for this. No, you're not too old for this. You can still do it. So other than yoga, but no weight training, no weights at all. It's all yoga.
Oh,
Wow.
yep.
It's all your body.
Yep.
That's fantastic. You're going to put out some exercise videos?
I was thinking about it, but I don't know. Maybe in the future, but not right now.
Inspiration. All right. So give some people some shout outs and how do they get a hold of you? And what are you wanting to do with your life now that you've gotten to this level, promoting a few artists, and you could tell me about which artists that you're promoting, give a rundown, a list, and shout outs to all the people that have helped you along the way. But, what is it you want to do in the future with Jessica G Promotions?
In the future, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing and build my name up, build the artist up as much as I can. And I would like to travel more with the bands. And that's about it. I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it to be famous. I'm just in it because it's something that I like to do. And that's pretty much it. I like doing it. It's a fun job. It's always new. You can always go to new places and see them play, and every show is different, and that's really it.
Besides working with them, you sound like a fan. You sound like somebody who genuinely loves going to a live show. I mean, yeah, I have to be biased because I'm a DJ, but all I can do is play other people's music. Go into a live show, go in to see a band live, and especially a local band who's just starting out, who's trying to make it big and trying to get their music out there. They are so appreciative. We already talked about it. When you go to that merch table and you get a bumper sticker or a hat or a T-shirt, or just talk to them, and say, I really, that song really moved me, but I feel it. I love going to shows. I don't get to go so often because I'm usually working on the weekends. So, but I do appreciate it when I'm off on a Saturday night or a Friday night, and I get to go and watch a Buddy Martell or a who's Sam Merrick. You got a few people on your website, and I do like your website. You talking about branding your logo is fantastic. Who made that logo for you, or did you do that yourself?
No, I didn't do that. My good friend James, he built that website. He did the logo for me. He's part of Bushwhacker Media, so yeah, he put all that together for me. And so giving the shout outs, thank you for him for doing the the website. I love it. I think this is my second year of having that one. So.
Well, it's definitely a good website. It's got a lot of links on the top to all your social medias, the Facebook, Twitter. What is it you're doing with? What are you doing? Snaps? Are you a Snapchatter?
Yeah, a couple. I'm not really big in it, but more family, friends, type of thing. But I have one, so.
I haven't gotten into the TikTok. My brother, we just talked about it on Saturday. He got into TikTok because he's real political and he likes to talk politics, and he figures rather than having a whole podcast where he just rambles on and prattles on about things, he'll have like a little 1 or 2 minute snippet about what frost my butt, what's going on today in the world, what's happening, and just a little TikTok. And I haven't gotten myself to the point where I want to do that. It's just one more social media that I got to keep up with. And it's hard enough.
Yeah. Yeah. it is hard to have a list of them. Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, I know all about it. Yeah, it's crazy.
But you're on there every day, all day. I mean, do you do anything else besides the promoting? Is there a day job that keeps the bills paid, put some insurance in your pocket?
I also own my own daycare. My own daycare inside my house. So I do that 3 days a week. I go and clean a doctor's office. So yeah, it's not all doing the promotions, but you got to make the money somehow. So
it's a hustle, it's a grind, and that shows that you're a hard worker. I mean, that's not there's no fault there. There's no judgment there at all. I mean, I have a day job too, and people, you got to grind. It's so hard in this time. It seems like Grandpa had that job and he came home, and Grandma, was able to stay home, be the housewife, and you're able to give you that good home cooking and play that country music for you, Jessica. But now you got to have two people working, and sometimes working 2 and 3 and 4 jobs just to make ends meet. It's rough. It is rough, and it's just getting rougher. Yeah. Oh, don't get me started. Politics. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I just want to live. I want to live simply. It feels like all right, Grandpa, he would work a part-time job, pay for his college, and by the time he got out of college, he was debt free. All he needed was that part-time job. And then healthcare, people could pay for pills, but I don't want free healthcare. I don't want free school. I want affordable. Just affordable.
Yeah.
I want to be able to live. And I digress. Any of this striking you? Anything hitting home with you?
Yeah, all of it.
Now, you say you take care of other kids. You have kids of your own?
I have no kids. Nope.
Wow. What made you want to get into the daycare?
I love kids. I love teaching them new things. I have a lot of cousins in my life, and I was always around them when they were little. And so, I just like teaching kids, and, they even teach me different things. So it's good. I like doing it. Right now, I take care of an 8-month-old. So.
That's pretty cool. I mean, and that doesn't give you the urge. I got to get me one of these. No.
No.
All right.
I'm good.
No, I'm fine. I'll just give that one back. You'd be like your aunt. You would be a great aunt. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I do. I have one brother. So.
Do they have kids?
One brother enough.
Do they have kids that love you?
Yeah. They have. I have a niece. I have a nephew. So
spoil them rotten. Spoil them rotten. Then give them back.
Yeah. Well, my niece is 21 and my nephew's 20. So yeah, when they were little, they did nothing wrong. So it was perfect. Yes.
Well, that's fantastic. I mean, I've had a good time getting to know you a little bit, Jessica Guran. This is a long time coming. We've been talking about getting together for this podcast and chatting a little bit about what you do and who you are. And I'm so happy that the planets aligned and the zodiacs, whatever you believe, it all lined up and here we are. I mean, any other avenues you want to explore before we wind this thing down?
I just want to say thank you to everybody that's helped me out, especially, thank you to Matt Ferris, who, has taught me how to promote. He shared a lot of things with me. We're really good friends. So, thank you, Buddy Martell, thank you for, letting me prove that I can promote and that I know how. Sam Merrick, he's a solo artist, so thank you for him. Let me promote him as well. The Bushwhacker Media for doing my website. my logo. I love my logo. I tried for years to come up with one, couldn't come up with one. So
No,
within
that
it, I think 2 days he had it, and I was like, okay, yeah, I love it.
yeah.
Let's do that one.
What's not to love? That's a fantastic logo, and hopefully, I'll see that branded on the side of everything, on bumper stickers, T-shirts, hats, COVID masks.
Mhm.
Hopefully, you don't have to wear those anymore. Not too much longer,
Uh,
anyway.
yeah, I hope not. Yeah, I like to say thank you to my brother, my best friend, Michelle. I couldn't do anything without her. So thank you. And I like to say thanks to everybody that's helped me, everybody that's supported me, even with doing the weight loss and everything, hearing different stories when people tell you inspired me to lose weight, or to stop smoking or stop drinking or anything, it gives me the motivation to keep going. So
Absolutely, and it all started with you're through tragedy. Through tragedy you got inspiration, and that's what happens sometimes. That's a country song. That sounds like a country song, right there.
exactly.
Do you
And
you ever think about doing
I,
any writing or any of that other stuff?
I did write a song. I wrote a song for my grandma. I lived with my grandparents ever since when I was, I think, 6 months all the way to I was 13. I lived with my grandparents, so I was very close to them. I wrote a song about my grandma. She passed away, and my friend Casey helped me write it, and it didn't go anywhere. He put the music to it and stuff, but at least it was a song that I wrote, and he's like, you do pretty good, so you might need to try this. I haven't wrote, I like to write, but I don't know about writing songs.
Well, it didn't
I
go
don't know
anywhere
yet.
yet, and it didn't go anywhere except to your heart, to where you can remember
Right.
your grandma with that, and that's how you keep them alive forever. That's the way that they stay eternal, is when we remember them. Your grandma's gonna live forever and ever because of you. and
Yeah. And this year has not been the best year. So you know, this whole interview, I would like to dedicate it to my mom. I lost her in January due to COVID. So,
wow,
yeah, it's took a lot of effort to stay and to do everything, in the promotions and losing the weight. It's been real rough this year. So,
oh my
yeah.
goodness, I'm so sorry for you. That I couldn't imagine. My mom, she's in her 70s. My grandma is still kicking. She's in her 90s. I
Uh,
couldn't imagine. And she's been really, staying away from people. I don't want to get this COVID. I don't want to get this COVID. I don't want to get this. But I haven't had anybody that was that close. I'm so sad. How did she? How did it present? How did she get the COVIDs?
I got sick first. It was last December. I got sick. I don't know. I wore that mask everywhere I went,
Yeah.
everywhere that you could go. I don't know how I got it, but I got it and I brought it home. And within, I believe it was 3 days, I stayed in my room. I tried to stay back from everybody, but she ended up getting it too. And let's see, it was December 26th. So a day after Christmas, she went to the hospital. And I remember her calling me one night and she said that she wasn't breathing that good. And I said, well, just, try to relax. You're in the hospital. Just relax, rest, take your time, and just get better. And the next morning, I had a call on my phone. Well, I answered. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. It was a nurse from ICU. And she said, I just want to let you know that we had to put your mom on a ventilator. So from there, it wasn't a great turnout. She was in ICU for 3 weeks, and me and my brother had to make the tough call, to let her go. So it was pretty rough. It still is.
Oh yeah. But through it all,
especially now that
you're a fighter.
the holidays are coming up. So,
Ah, but through it all, you're a
yeah,
fighter. You're fighting through, and yeah, you're still doing. You're that. We still have to live on. When
right.
our family and our friends pass on, we got to keep fighting. But keep them alive. Always keep them alive in your thoughts. And maybe you'll write a song about your mom. Maybe that'll be some inspiration. I talk to so many singers on this podcast, and every hardship, any experience that they have in their lives can be turned into a song. And I think that might be an avenue for you to explore, is the writing. Maybe, do you keep a journal at all, or do you keep a logbook of things that happen in your life, a diary?
You know, my diary is Facebook. It's kind of fun, I get to share, I share my weight loss journey
Yeah.
with everybody. The good things, the bad things, it's out there for people to see. And I like that, because I want people to know that it takes work, it takes dedication, but you can do it. So when my mom passed away, I put it out there because I want people to know, I'm still fighting. I'm still here. I may, I got knocked down for a little bit, but, I'm still here. I'm still doing what I love. And my mom will always be with me. So she's always there. Every day I think about her. Every day when I do my workout, I have a picture of my grandma and my mom, and it sits on the floor. So every day before my workout, I look at that picture, and every day after my workout, I look at that picture. So that's motivation for me to keep going, no matter what it is. Workout, promotions, everyday life. So,
well, it sounds like the women in your life were really inspirational to you, and you've had some good, strong women in your life, and that's a good thing. I mean,
yeah.
I think back, like I was talking about, grandpa went to work and grandma was home, taking care of the kids. I call me old fashioned, and people have. I like that. I like that. I like the having one parent at home. Nowadays, if it's the dad that stays home and the mom can make more money, that's fine too. But having one parent at home for the kids, it's really important. And then, the kids at the daycare, they have you to help them. You might be a little part of what they become later in life. That little 8-month-old that you take care of 3 days a week. You got that little 8-month-old. Who knows what you're going to do to inspire that 8-month-old and all the other kids too. It's so good. Inspire kids, inspire musicians, promote, do your thing. All right, Jessica G Promotions. I've taken your time. How do people find you online?
My website, jessicagpromotions.com. Facebook, Jessica G Promotions. I have a page up there. Instagram is Jessica M. Guran 2006. Shoot me an email, leave me a message. I'll get back to you. I always try to get back to everybody. So.
Well, I mean, if new artists are out there and they need some promoting, in Arizona only or all over the world, are you willing to work with people outside of Arizona?
Right now, just Arizona.
Okay.
Because I want to give the artist my full, my full time. I feel like if you're in a different state, I'm not going to be able to help, because I don't know that state. I don't know the surroundings. So. But right now, just Arizona.
All right. You keep sharing them with me, and I'll keep sharing them with all of my people as well. And ever the tween shall meet. Hopefully we will get some more promotions out for these artists. You're doing a great job. You're very thoughtful. You're very inspirational. And, hey, you've had pain. You've had hardships. I mean, people go through pain. People go through hardships. But it's what you do when that pain comes. Was it fall down 7 times, get up 8? Is that the thing?
Exactly.
Yeah. And you keep getting up. You keep getting up. You can't knock down Jessica G. She's tough. You can't knock her down. No. Any other shout outs for people as we wind this thing down?
I think that's about it. I mean, just there's so many people out there.
Well,
I can't think of them all. So
I usually finish these things off with last words for the people. It could be words to live by. I don't want this to be the last time that we talk. As things happen, as things progress, if you have other things that you want to talk about, please, by all means, come on back. But I want you to give the last words for the people. It could be something you heard a long time ago, a mantra that you wake up with every day. With your yoga, you might say a mantra, or just whatever pops into your head at this moment in time. Jessica Guran, Jessica G Promotions. Last words for the people.
never give up on yourself and always believe in yourself. That's what I live by. So
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. There you have it, party people. Jessica Guran, Jessica G Promotions. Find her if you need some promoting done, especially if you're in the Arizona area. And if you're anywhere in Arizona, I encourage you to check out a show with Matt Ferris or Buddy Jewel, or was it the last guy we chatted with, Sam Merrick, or any of the other artists that are out there. I encourage you to check out a local show. But Jessica G, oh my goodness, she's a hustler. She definitely is a hard worker, and she wants to work hard for our artists and make sure that they get to whatever level they want to be on. You know, if they want to go all over the world, hey, she's going to help them get promoted all over the world. But if they want to stay right in their own backyard and, you know, work the bars, work the local clubs, she'll be there, right with you every step of the way. Yeah, I like that, Jessica G. From beginnings, listening to that good country music, and hey, I know we talked about a lot of the new country music too. Who would have known? Old Town Road, really? Who would have thought? Hey, it is what it is. It's a lot of fun too when I see the people lose their minds. You know, when I go to a country show, when I go to any one of the local shows, you know, be it country or rock or pop or whatever, you know, I do appreciate all the musicians that play these instruments, and you think, wow, it looks so easy. Well, it took a long time to look that easy. I tried my hand at guitar. Jessica tried her hand at guitar. It's not that easy, you know. And playing drums, I think every young man in school beats their pencils on their desk and thinks, hey, I could be a great drummer. Yeah, I could be a fantastic drummer. And then they go to their local music shop and try to beat on those skins and realize that I got to have this leg working opposite from that leg, and this hand has to be working independently of this hand. And, oh, man, I just don't have that coordination. It's not easy. It's not easy being a musician. I think a lot of the people that I've talked to, they start out as a trombone. I think that's the one that, you know, I talked to a guitarist and drummers and keyboard players, and a lot of them started on trombone for some reason. Is there something to that? I digress. Anyway, hey, Jessica Guran, Jessica G Promotions, thank you so much for being on the What Makes You Famous podcast. I appreciate that so much, and I'll keep following you on your social medias because you're quite interesting. You're a good follow. Now, I'm turning my attention to you. If you would like to tell your story, I encourage you to give me a call, 501-470-6386, or email info@radiowhat.com. That's it for me. It's Keys Dan, radiowhat.com, djlittlerock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.